Okay, cool. All right. So you were looking at this thing over here.
Yeah, it's
We're looking at this thing. And you were saying okay, so you were saying that the goal is to have like 1 meter by 1 meter for like the length and the width.
maybe. Do you think it's too much? No, I
But
mean
this
I
is-
said 1 square meter. Maybe,
Yeah, so 1 square meter is 1 meter by 1 meter.
but it has to be. Can't it be like 50 centimeters by something else?
Oh, good. I guess maybe. Um, let's see. So this is actually like 1 meter, right? Is this?
Yeah, 100 centimeters.
100 centimeters. So this is 53 centimeters.
I was thinking also 1 square meter because it's the standard, area.
Okay.
Because of the crude sea salt aspect,
So let's say that this is like 30 centimeters
yeah,
on this side, 55 centimeters on this side.
30 by.
If you had to add to this, what would be like where would you add or where would you take away from this?
What do you take away?
Okay. So to do what we want to do, which is to grow duckweed in a system, and we're starting to kind of imagine it with like this structure that Pietro made, that we are borrowing for right now. Where would you add or where would you take away from this type of structure in order to like grow the duckweed?
Well, I mean, I would maybe make it a little bit bigger, like
A little bit bigger.
Like surface area, so you can have more surface for the duckweed to grow.
Yeah. So would you make it bigger along this or bigger along this?
I would make bigger along this and a little bit bigger along.
Okay. So let's take the tape measure. And let's go ahead and then you point to, it's like this is 70.
I would double actually. I wouldn't mind.
You want to do?
No. Like, so imagine it's
53 right now. So we're gonna go down to
53.
106
106
centimeters.
Yeah.
106 centimeters. So go ahead. I'm gonna put in for here. I'm gonna put in the length of 106 centimeters, but we need to times that by 10 because this is in millimeters, so it's that much. Okay. So now let's go and do this axis. Tell me how much it should be.
So this is 29. So 40, 58. Yeah.
You want to do 58? You want to do 58 exactly? Like, just run.
No.
You want to go 60?
Let's do 60.
Okay. Do you want to do? Let's say you want to do like kind of round numbers. Do you want to do like 110 centimeters? So we can do like 10 centimeters, and then we're gonna do 60.
60 or 50. 60 is fine.
60 centimeters. Okay.
And the height?
Now, how high do you want it? Because so when you envision in this structure, we have the tank at the bottom, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let's start with let's start with how high the tank should be.
So, okay, but see, here's the thing. The water depth is 10 centimeters.
Okay, so the water depth should be at least 10 centimeters.
It's 10 to 15.
Which it's, so let's say that the tank itself is going to be about 20 centimeters. So we don't have like,
Yeah, 20.
like it's like exactly. So let's say at the tank, I'm going to take this. I'm going to put this in. So now I'm going to just kind of pan out here. And I'm going to pan out. There we go. So now we have kind of the area of what our tank should be.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Now, like how many levels of duckweed are we growing?
So you want to do multiple levels of duckweed.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be like 4 or 5 or not. Just to...
You want to do, okay. Just say how many you want. How many levels of these should we add?
I mean, if I had a warehouse, I would make like 100, of course.
Well, this is.
But because this is a small scale project.
Yeah, this is a small scale project.
I would make like yeah, like 5, 6. Well, I don't know if 10 is too big already. But 5 I think is good.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How much space should there be for if you had to say how much space from the bottom, from the top of one tank to the bottom of the next tank should have like about 10 centimeters between?
The water depth, I would say, 10 centimeters.
No, not the water depth, but when we're stacking the trays, how?
No, I know, but you need to start calculating, but okay, you need to start adding up the numbers. So if the water depth is 10 centimeters,
okay,
and then maybe you want, for microgreens is 30, but for duckweed we could have like 20, right? The distance to the light.
Okay, so each tray is going to then have a light above it.
Exactly.
So let's also do.
So I would say 30 centimeters is a good. Centimeters. Then you can adjust. The water depth or the light intensity. But 30, I think is good.
Okay, I'm gonna just rename these. Tray 1, tray 2, tray
3,
tray 3. Da da da. 4, 5. Oh yeah, tray. Okay. I'm gonna just that one. So we're gonna only do those trays. So then let's also then add. So above each tray, then the water depth in each tray is going to be about 10.
10. Yeah.
On each tray, we have at about 20. So like half of the tray is going to be filled with water. We're going to have the duckweed on top, and then let's have another cube here. Let's add another cube in here. this time we're going to make the light platform. So when you think about the lights, should they be exactly as long and as wide as the trays?
So let's say
If you have like lights above the trays, do you want the platform that they are attached to that shines down on the water, is that going to be as long and as wide as the trays?
wait, could you repeat?
Okay. So you have, shoot. So we have the trays, and we're not going to worry about how the dimensions of this right now necessarily. But I'm saying that if the tray is as long and as wide as this, do you want your light, the platform that we're going to put the lights on, to shine down on the trays? Do you want them as the same size, not as thick, but like at least the same length and width as the trays themselves?
Yeah. I mean, it's like, I mean, for example, what is the width of the tray?
So the tray right now, we have it at 1.1 meter by
The width is 60 centimeters.
60 centimeters, and then 110 centimeters. So that's 1.1 meter.
Yeah, I mean, 60 centimeters. That adds up to. We could have 6. Like just divided equally in that space.
Okay. How thick? And I think what we're going to do is going to do like a
6 or 5.
you want to use like one sheet of this, right? So we're going to do something around 15 millimeters thick for the actual platform that's going to go above this. Okay, so LEDs. And then the placement, position, it's going to be 30 above the top of the water, so that's, we're going to add like 40 centimeters. So we're going to have like this. We're going to have like LED tray 1. We're going to do like, let's make that into a group somehow. All right. No worries. No worries. No worries. So while I'm thinking about this, let's go ahead and just do like, let's just do the one right here. Okay. Okay, so we have a tray and we have where the LEDs are going to go.
Mm-hmm.
Now, let's say we wanted to have like supports for this.
What do you
We'll put it in another cube here. I'm going to put in this wood here. If you have beams like this, this is actually like 3 centimeters, 3 centimeters. If we have like wood like this, it'd be like 3 centimeters by 3 centimeters. So what if we did like, if we had like 30, 30, and then we had the height would be like that, maybe 45. Let's say about that.
That's the support structure.
Yeah, let's just start putting in some beams to, and let's move it in like a touch. So now we have like the tank, we have a beam, and we can actually like take this beam, we can actually like take the tray and then bump this up maybe about 10 millimeters.
So,
how are you?
We can take the LED.
Yeah, I saw the cookie. Cookie stuff.
We can take that and bump that up 10 millimeters. Post. So I'm going to do like a post.
post floor. Yeah.
Okay. And then we're going to have another one. I'm going to have another one in here. We'll make it post 2. This time we're going to do placement is going to be, we'll keep it at the same Z. But this time we're going to do, so our tray is 600 this way. So we're going to do, oh, okay, because we were actually kind of planning around that. We were using
Yeah,
like,
no, man, like you should post it. Take it home, like
Yeah, I said because Pietro asked me. Oh, could you
Yeah,
bring
I mean,
it?
yeah, Pietro, Gusto, me, yeah, it's our trash, board, trash
Trash
cans,
compactor.
trash, yeah, trash side. I think we actually want to take it later.
okay, so this is 560.
Hicimos en media hora. Súper sencillo.
The tray is 600.
Cuando quieras, dime.
The beam itself
Cuando
is,
quiera lo tendría que hacer yo ahora, porque quiero hacer eso mismo, pero para los niños.
the beam itself is
I was just
30.
thinking about something.
What's
¿Cuánto
up?
mide? Aprox.
That nanometers thing we saw.
Mhm.
Where was that? Was that the growth end? It's
What were you? Oh, the lights.
yeah, the lights. I was thinking about how the design. I mean, maybe can you put like some Arduino?
Ellos me
Kind of.
con la pistola del lado.
Sí,
If
Yes,
they
it's
do it
rapid.
that way, can't you kind of?
Sí, porque ese yo lo hice como
con
decorando y
tornillos.
con
I don't know.
Sí,
You think
no,
they're
con la
intense
pistola
enough?
es rapidísimo. Y incluso le puedes poner pegamento. Y todavía te aseguran que se guarda. O sea, queda súper sólido. Lo que sí es que dice que tiene un clavo. A lo mejor necesito decir, esto, por ejemplo, está aquí como
como que
What?
Check it out.
no le queda.
Sí, no, de hecho está bien para que agarre lo más que pueda.
This is genius.
Entonces, tú lo que necesitas son clavos grandes.
I know. I don't know if you changed yet, but so you have blue light, you have green light,
Mhm.
you have red light. These are the, and you have the yellow light. So can we somehow hook them up to a panel and have that kind of design we saw? You know what I mean?
Yeah, we absolutely could.
Instead of having this like complicated, if we,
The neopixels.
the new pixels, if we could try something out with this, but we would have to look at the design of those.
The thing of the
Yeah, I'm just thinking if we really
Okay.
need new pixels or not. I mean,
Sí.
Okay.
oh, I'll give you.
Okay. Okay. So look, we actually have. We are now at a point where we have the tank, the LED platform,
Mm-hmm.
some supports.
Perfect. That's perfect.
Okay. Is there anything else that we want to add to this at this point?
No, it's just replicating times 4. You know, that five levels.
Okay.
And then
So-
thinking if we want the trays to push or not. But I don't know, you know, if like you have, I think there's enough space for you to check on the ducting.
And go ahead and I'm going to LEDs. Save that into FreeCAD. And we're going to put that into the repo.